Hi everyone, this is Charmander, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a free-to-play rider strategy guide to help free-to-play players succeed in this game. Before I continue on this video, do go watch my ultimate guide to succeeding as a free-to-play player and the ultimate guide to progressing in Doomsday Last Survivor from early to mid to late game to give you a baseline on how to progress your account in this game. Other important videos to watch for free-to-play players specifically is the rider field hero pairs, the rider garrison hero pairs, the rider rally hero pairs, and the updated rider hero tier list. This is a realistic hero guide for free-to-play rider players, and you're not likely going to be rally or garrison focused, although if you do play the game long enough, you might be able to help your alliance doing chasey garrison, perhaps in Pompeii or in Genesis War when there's several structures that requires doing garrison. With that being said, the most important things in this game for free-to-play rider players would be first and foremost your choice of heroes, which I'm going to be covering first, followed by the armaments, the workshop, the beasts, the equipment, refinement, and parts. I'll also be covering PvP and also what to do with the alliance gold should your alliance give you free gold in this game. With that being said, let's jump in with the heroes first. And I would say with riders, they have so many good heroes that it's really up to you which heroes you want to get. Good options to have would be to get Daryl, and you can pair Daryl up with Elena. And the benefit of this two is that Daryl increases the skill damage and Elena does huge amount of skill damage. So if you pair this two, that would be the big benefit. You can also do Chasey and Felix together, and they would be the strongest in terms of rider pairs from a raw damage perspective, although they would not be as fast. So you are sacrificing speed for power in this situation. There is also a combination of Felix and Elena, in which case Felix will be doing a lot of basic damage while Elena will be doing a lot of skill damage. And same goes if you pair up Daryl with Felix, in which case Daryl will be doing skill damage and Felix will be doing basic damage. And Daryl is also quite fast, so this would be a speedy combination together. Now, if you were to ask me, I think the two heroes that you should get first for riders specifically from Lucky Roulette is going to be both Felix and Daryl together. And let me explain why. So Daryl's one of the best rider heroes in the game right now, and also because he buffs your team. So if you are playing with your teammates, he will also provide that AoE reduction in damage buff for your teammate as well. Daryl is also very fast, so he will allow you to do hit and run, which our riders are really good for. Now, if you partner him up with Felix, the good thing is eventually, while you're working on both Felix and Daryl, one of the heroes that you definitely need to be working on is going to be Chasey, and you are going to be working on her from top commander. So basically with Chasey, you're going to be saving up resources every top commander, and once you have enough resources that you feel like you can compete and rank nicely, then you can go get more Chasey shards. Over time, you will awaken Chasey just from getting top commander shards, and then you can pair up Chasey and Felix together for the purpose of helping your alliance do garrison in Pompeii or Genesis War. And if you want to fight in the field, then you can use Daryl and Felix if it's a hit and run situation, or if it's one of those battle royal situations where everyone's just hitting each other, no one's really running away, then you can do Chasey and Felix to increase more damage. So really, it's those three that you really want to focus your attention on. Eventually though, you do want to get Elena from the Lucky Roulette. As you know, Elena and Daryl are really good together. Cynthia is a hero that's good early game and mid game, and you can get her for free in the police station. So over time, maybe after a year and a half or 2 years, Cynthia can be awakened for free from the police station. So Cynthia is definitely a useful hero for free-to-play players specifically. During the Value Lotto event, you can also get Bianca, which is going to help buff your team, and you can get her for free using gems during that event. At some point in the game, Claude will become for free to get also, most likely with gems. So when an opportunity does come where you can get him for free, I do recommend getting him, as he is one of the best heroes in the game for buffing and debuffing, as well as he moves quite fast as well. Surprisingly, Claude actually teams very well with Sven. So in the distant future, maybe 2 years from now, after you finish Chasey, then you can also get Sven from the top commander and you can pair him up with Claude. Other heroes that would be good fillers for your team would be Lee, who is a leader hero that you can get from the police station, who is good at debuffing the enemy, and Bella, who is nowadays just okay as a hero, and you can get Bella from Lucky Roulette. Now, I do want to emphasize the fact that you want to focus on 2 heroes at a time only. Awaken 2 heroes right away, and I would say the 2 heroes that you should focus on awakening right away, just from my personal opinion, is going to be Daryl and Felix together. Now, every gem rebate event, I do recommend dropping your gem during that event to get legendary hero fragments and dropping it towards VIP because you want to get to VIP 13 as fast as possible so you can get 3 legendary hero fragments per day, allowing you to awaken more heroes faster. Now that I've covered the heroes for riders, I want to talk about armaments next. So for armaments, for the weapons specifically, I would say for riders, both the Uzi subgun and also the German subgun are both pretty good, so it's up to you which one you want to get. To get this, you can simply dismantle any armaments that you are not going to be using, which is armaments outside of riders, such as armaments for infantry or range, and you can make a purchase in the armament store with those metal shards for the armaments that you need to get. You can also get weapon armaments from the Journey store in Archipelago Raid, so do participate in that event so that you can get yourself some weapon frag choice box. For helmets, I would say that the racing helmet is slightly better than the biker helmet, mainly because it gives you less counter damage taken, and as a rider, Stella is going to be one of the heroes that you're going to be fighting the most, especially if you're chasey, and reducing the counter damage that Stella is giving to you is going to be beneficial to you, hence why the racing helmet is the better option of the two. You can get the helmet armament from Bounty Grounds. The next armament is going to be the vest, and I would say for the vest, both options are good, whether that be the studded jacket or the bonded windbreaker, and it's going to be a matter of, do you want more rider squad defense or do you want more basic attack damage taken reduction? The vest you can get from the armament shop when it's available, so right now it's available, for example, or you can get it from the black market also when it is available there. Next, we're going to cover the backpack, and I would say for the backpack, both the shockproof case and the polycarbonate case are good options, so it's going to be a matter of which one you prefer, whether that be more attack or more defense. You can get this from the black market, the Doomsday Vault, and the armament shop when available. Next, we're going to cover the pants, and for the pants, I would say both options are good, whether you get the fluorescent pants or if you get the jeans. The jeans will increase the counter damage that your hero is going to be providing, while the fluorescent pants will increase the rider squad attack. So it's a preference at the end of the day. The pants, you can get it from the armament shop, although I wouldn't recommend getting it here because there are other harder to get armaments that you should be focusing your attention on when it comes to armament shops, such as the vest, backpack, or the gun. Instead, the best way for you to collect the pants, at least in the short term, is actually to get it from the arena store where you can get the pants fragment choice box. Next, we're going to cover the shoes, and for the shoes, I would say both the biker boots or the racing shoes are a good option. So again, this is going to be up to you which one you want to get. Same goes as the pants. You can get it from the armament shop, which I don't recommend. Instead, I would actually get it from the Arena of Doom and exchange your coins here to get the shoe frag choice box. Next, for the device, the IE augmenter is the best that you can get in the seasonal shop after participating in PvP events. So definitely go get this. Don't get the golden nano coating because the IE augmenter is a much better choice. There's also the nano purifier fragment that you can get from Archipelago Raid as a reward from Chainsaw Zombies or from completing quests from the War Meets War list of quests. Your ultimate goal is to get your armaments over 3 million, hopefully in your first year. Most likely it's going to be 2.5 million in your first year, and by the time you get to 2 years of playing this game, hopefully your hero is at 4 million armaments, assuming you also put the correct hones in your hero. Speaking of hones, you want to make sure you collect the honing chip that you will be using during the honing challenge event. You want to save up between 300 to over 550 so that you can get the maximum amount of rewards during this event. The next most important thing after armaments is actually going to be the workshop. So for the workshop specifically, you want to be leveling up the light weapon kit, as you can see right here, as well as the power mod tech. Ways that you can get the T3 blueprints would include from PvP events, in which case you can get it as a merit reward that is inside the merit chest. So if you do well in an event, your alliance might reward you with one of these chests that contains the T3 blueprint. If your alliance also gives you some gold, you can purchase the ultimate device that also provides the T3 blueprints. After workshop, the next best thing to work on is going to be the beast. Now I'm giving you a warning right now that beast is the least knowledgeable of any of these aspects in the game currently for me personally. So what I'm able to impart with you would be very limited at this time. I would say if you are rider main that is free to play, I would focus on the purple beasts to start just because they are more accessible than the gold ones. And I would say you should probably get the crystal pangolin just because the crystal pangolin has a lot of good benefits, such as when deployed, damage reduction of squad heroes plus 2%. So you can't go wrong with the crystal pangolin, and for the other hero, you can choose one of the elemental beasts of your choice. Ways that you can get beasts in this game includes the beast search, as well as the biohazard frenzy, as well as the new Wasteland Challenge event in this game. The Island Raid store also has the Corpse Bull and Crystal Pangolin, and the Biochemical Beast store also sells fire, water, grass, and physical beast that is of purple quality, and the Elemental Beast, they do sell the gold versions as well. If you go to the Raider Station store, you can also exchange your bottle caps to get beasts in the store. As for the armaments for the beast, which is called chips, you can get that from the Biohazard Frenzy under development, and you can go get your beast chips here. The next most important thing for free-to-play Rider players is actually going to be the equipment, just because it's easy to get. You can get the materials for the equipment from events such as the Antipede Hunt. You can also get it from the arena, where they do sell carbon steel as well as defensive fabric. And you can also raid trucks in this game, and they oftentimes contain the materials needed for upgrading your equipment. The best equipment for you to get, first and foremost, is actually going to be the backpack, because it applies to all the troop type in this game, followed by the pants, but only if you're a new player, because it's going to increase your research speed as well as your defense. If you're not new, I would say focus on the shoes first, because it's going to increase your stamina recovery speed and rider squad attack. Next one you would want to develop is going to be the armor, because it's going to increase your squad capacity, followed by the gun for the training speed, the helmet for hospital capacity, and the dagger for building upgrade speed, which is pretty much useless. You can also get nano coating from DLS points and winning Archipelago raid, in which case you can use it for the purpose of refining. And again, the backpack would be the best, as it increases your squad travel speed and lowers your death rate, followed by the pants that increases your rider squad defense and research speed, but only if you're new, because you need the research speed most when you're new at this game. If you're not, I would say get the shoes first, again for increasing your rider squad attack and also increasing the resources that you raid when you attack your enemies' shelters. The next one after the shoes would be the gun for the increase in training speed, followed by the helmet for the increase in healing speed. And I would say the armor and the dagger are just okay. I would say the dagger goes before the armor in this situation. For the parts, you're gonna get this from the parts contest for free, so you're not gonna be buying any of this, but you can get it for free from the daily missions and the challenges, as well as the event called Bloody Brandy. And in regards to what you should upgrade for your parts, I would say the canteen is the most important because of the damage reduction. Compass would be next for the squad damage, and then rope would be third. Next one that would be good would be the support strap, as well as the QT here, as they increases the squad HP. Then the fighter knee guard and the spring sole for rider squad attack, and also the rider squad defense from the steel toe guard, and also rider squad defense from the military belt. The next thing I want to cover next is PvP events, in which case the PvP events is a great way for you to earn lots of free items in this game depending on your performance. Because you're not using money to power yourself up, then you need to use time, in which case you need to build 5 to 10 farming accounts so that you can get lots of resources. You want to join an alliance with healing tools so that you can keep healing your troops indefinitely and allowing you to fight as much as you want, allowing you to earn points and collect all the rewards from the event. You definitely want to max out all the rewards available in PvP events, such as the War Meets War, as you get lots of goodies from this. Last but not least, if your alliance gives you gold, then the first thing you want to use for the gold that your alliance gives you is the growth fund that you can use to push for VIP 13. Next, after you've saved up enough gold that your alliance gives you, the next one that you want to use your gold for is the ultimate device to get T3 blueprints. This is followed by the super monthly pass, which is discounted for the first month and only costs about 500 gold, and it becomes 1000 gold every month. And the gems that you get from this super monthly pass will help you push for T6 or help you push for VIP 13 as fast as possible. Last but not least, after you've already used your gold or growth fund, ultimate device, and super monthly pass, for the $3 silver gift voucher from the Mega Armament sale, so that you can power up your armaments even faster in this game, as they are very important. So that's about it when it comes to the guide on how to power up your account as a free-to-play rider main player in this game. In future videos, I will be covering low spend, medium spend, dolphin, and whale player that is rider main specifically, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.